Welcome back, and today we're going to be discussing the Internet Computer Identity 2.0 has now launched. This is something very different than what we see in most crypto ecosystems, and the ICP's Internet Identity is very similar, in my view, to what we see in corporations and different programming called single sign-on, where you just sign on and you're connected to everything. And seems to be where Internet Computer is on the journey towards. And now, Dfinity, the main developer behind Internet Computer, has launched Internet Identity 2.0, the safer and simpler authentication method. And so what we're going to do in today's video is understand what Internet Computer Identity 2.0 is, what it does, how this is different than other ecosystems, and how this is going to either positively or negatively impact Internet Computer as we move forward in the journey towards on-chain compute, decentralized AI, and the world's computer as Internet Computer is trying to achieve. This is the Cryptoviser podcast. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We upload every single day to bring you the latest happening in the financial world. Sometimes we do deep dives into individual crypto projects like we're doing today with Internet Computer. And sometimes we talk about the macro, zoomed out financial conditions of the markets to understand what are the best investments, where are the best places to invest. And make sure you guys are subscribed, give the video a thumbs up, and to all our ICP fans, make sure you guys click the join or subscribe plus button down below to learn how you can become a channel member for as little as $1.99 right here on the channel. Thanks to all of our channel members. Let's get right into today's video. So now we briefly touched on Internet Computer's Internet Identity previously. Again, this is proof of life. This is proof of who you are. So when you're connecting to different apps or dApps, you're able to confirm, yes, this is me. Similar things are done in the Ethereum ecosystem where you can interact with different dApps and DeFi ecosystems and stuff like that, utilizing your Ethereum identity, which is effectively your wallet. But with Internet Computer, it's a little bit different, and they have now rolled out new user experience that we're going to be explaining all today. So one of the things that we've seen Internet Computer launching was Caffeine AI. Now, Caffeine AI is the first large language model in the blockchain space that can code and create dApps or websites or other type of programs that can live and be hosted on the Internet Computer to have the full kind of Web3 or Web2 experience in Web3 powered by the Internet Computer, all done on chain. Now, Caffeine AI is a large language model that is off-chain, but it utilizes and connects with the Internet Computer ecosystem to do different things. So they say, have you tried signing into Caffeine AI? You may have noticed something. To log into Caffeine AI, you use your Internet Identity 2.0. This is a new version of an authentication service for Internet Computer, and it provides an upgraded experience. So what is Internet Identity? Internet Identity 2.0 is a complete redesign of the Internet Computer's authentication service. It's been built to make secure login process simpler and more user-friendly for everyone. The new authentication service brings several improvements like passkeys. Internet Identity uses the latest passkey standard for enhanced security. Users can store their private keys on their devices, such as smartphones, to use the Internet Identity. Now, personally, I would not recommend doing that because we know about, people getting their phones drained and private keys hacked and all of that. So it is really important that you guys are using kind of due diligence. I would definitely, maybe they can do hardware wallet sign-in as well. Maybe they already have that. But passkeys are definitely pretty secure compared to just, utilizing a password. No more identity numbers. With Internet Identity 1.0, users had to remember or store their identity number. This is no longer the case with 2.0. This is possible thanks to technology called discoverable passkeys. The main benefit for users is a simpler login without the need to track a number. That's definitely an improvement. Sign in with Google. The upgraded Internet Identity includes the option for users to use their Google account as an authentication option. Yikes. This makes it easy for billions of Google account users around the world to sign up for Internet Identity with a familiar method. Now, the reason I kind of was a little hesitant here is because obviously not every user is super good at understanding like security mechanisms. And if their Google account gets hacked, now they can go through and access all of their internet computer identity. I don't think it would be that big of an issue right now because how many users are actually, you know, utilizing internet computer. It's not widely used, and Caffeine AI is also not fully public when I'm recording this video. But I definitely think that this is an improvement, right? Because what we see, like going back to the Ethereum, or really most of the other crypto ecosystems, you have to use your hardware wallet. And so a lot of novice or new users, they don't really necessarily know how to use hardware wallets or the security mechanisms or the protections that you need, and there can be issues there. And so doing it more simple, especially because the internet computer, you guys have to remember, everything about the internet computer is not just about money and the coin and price going up. It's about actual compute, actual data being sent, stored, and hosted within the internet computer ecosystem. So it's a lot more than just financial transactions. So making it as easy as possible to sign in and interact with the ecosystem is critical. And I think that's what they're going for here, because a lot of the different dApps that you may interact with on the internet computer are not necessarily crypto or monetarily focused. Moving right along, a redesigned interface. The entire login process has a fresh design that is more intuitive to navigate, which we will go through down below in just a few minutes here. And then you can have multiple accounts from one identity. You can create various accounts for a single application from one identity. This removes the need to manage separate identities for different roles, like a test account. So it definitely seems like they've been working through like Internet Identity 1.0 to bring it. A lot of this seems like just user feedback, like, hey guys at Dfinity, we can't do this. Dfinity, we need more security here. Dfinity, do this. And they're listening. We know that Dfinity is listening to the ecosystem and the community. We know that they're looking for feedback. That's why Caffeine AI currently is not publicly available. It's only available to early waitlist people because they want to really monitor the system to see how it, what are some issues that come into play, what things they have to work out, and any kind of latency or connectivity issues and stuff like that. And so that means that they're looking at the feedback, whether direct or indirect, to then go improve the ecosystem. So there's two options to upgrade your internet identity. You can visit id.ai directly and follow the upgraded steps if you already have an internet identity. You can upgrade the next time you sign into Caffeine AI or use any app using IDAI by following these upgrade steps. Now, they definitely should have a piece of the ICP website that, and maybe they do. Let's go to the Internet Computer website and take a look. Because I definitely think that it needs to be very, very clear. Maybe like use internet identity, create an internet identity. It is on their website. So this goes to, I think this is the previous login, but it looks different. So maybe they upgraded it here as well. Create an internet identity or use existing. And so, yeah, they want you to set up a security key to sign in. It's literally that easy. It's pretty cool in my view. Anyway, we're not going to do that on today's video, but I'm just showing you guys how to actually go and connect to the internet identity. And I do like the fact that they have it straight on the website. Maybe they can actually make it a little bit of a bigger icon because I do think that if somebody creates an internet identity, they're probably more likely to go and explore the dApps and other things that they can do within the internet computer ecosystem. And again, when you sign in, I would imagine that they would have all the dApps and stuff like that that you can interact with listed, and that therefore people can go and kind of explore and figure out, do any of these dApps work for me or my business, or can I, whatever. But it's good to see that they actually have it straight on their website, and it's a direct link to actually go and set up an internet identity. But you can see IDAI is different than this internet identity login. So they definitely have to look and figure that out. But either way, these are improvements, and obviously they're going to keep iterating and reiterating to improve. So you go in, you log in, you click upgrade from legacy identity. You guys can see that straight here, upgrade from legacy identity. And this is on id.ai. Surprised they even got that that URL. Anyway, then you enter your internet identity number. You'll then be prompted to authenticate with your current pass keys. You can see that on the screen right here. Then you enter your name for the identity. Internet Identity 2.0 introduces names for the identities. These are not unique names, but names that help identify your internet identity. You'll be prompted to create a new passkey after this step. So effectively, it's like a username. And then that's it. Quick and simple. So what happens after you upgrade? You can't use your existing identity to sign into ID AI or use applications that require the new login system, including Caffeine AI. You won't lose anything. Your login information remains unchanged and there's no data loss. Apps using Internet Identity 1.0 will continue to work as usual. Your upgraded identity is compatible with both the existing and new systems. That's awesome because their backward compatibility is, I think, very critical for continuity of these ecosystems, definitely. So what's the primary account? Should I upgrade? For now, you only need to upgrade for certain apps like Caffeine AI. As for Internet Identity 2.0, as it's rolled out in the future, other apps will also be updated to 2.0. So eventually, you'll kind of be pushed into creating Internet Identity 2.0. So yeah, I mean, it's literally basically like single sign-on, right? How do you get into the ecosystem? How is everything connected to your account? And then, obviously later down the road, you're going to be able to connect to multiple different apps, financial ecosystem, businesses, and stuff like that, so that everything is all in one place. Very similar to corporations using single sign-on. You use one sign-on for many different applications, and it's all connected together. And so this is really, we haven't seen this in any other ecosystem. And I think part of that is because other ecosystems are not trying to achieve what Internet Computer is trying to achieve. I mean, it's literally on. This is you go to internetcomputer.org, this is the website, the world computer. So they're not trying to be a blockchain that just transfers money from one wallet to another. They're trying to create a whole decentralized compute network that is basically the new world of the internet. It decentralizes everything, makes costs come down, makes friction come down, and it opens, like somewhat open sources things so that there's more competition. And so this can be really big for Internet Computer and having this internet identity. I mean, I don't think any other ecosystem has this. They just use wallets for everything, and this is why everybody gets hacked all the time when they, connect to something or open up something, and then their whole wallet gets drained. I mean, this has literally been happening for years now. And so being able to interact with the ecosystem separately from the monetary aspect and the coin, this is revolutionary. No other crypto project does that. Like I just said, for Ethereum-based dApps, you log in with your wallet, which is like the risk is so high there. And with World Computer, with Internet Computer, these internet identities, they're like legacy internet identities and like Web 2 kind of thing. And so whether these identities are on-chain or off-chain, that's also something that I'm not really sure about. I would probably think that they're off-chain because if they were on-chain, I would imagine they would say that. So there's definitely some questions that we still have about what this internet identity is, where it lives, how secure is it, what kind of mechanisms do they have in place to prevent, unauthorized access to these internet identities, right? Is there an exploit possible? Are they having AI, Caffeine AI actually check the coding to make sure everything looks good? Are they having other AI systems and developers doing that as well? I think these are all very important questions to ask. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, Internet Computer continues to iterate and reiterate, test. And, I'm sure there's a lot of things that ICP and Dfinity have done that they've kind of scrapped or didn't work out. And I would love to hear more about those as well, because that shows that they're trying other things. They're trying multiple things and that they're seeing what works, what doesn't. And I think that we mostly hear in the crypto ecosystem and blockchain and tech, oh, this works and this is great and this is great. But we rarely ever think about Meta, Facebook, right? They rebranded to Meta a few years back and said that they were going to create the metaverse and we were all going to live in the metaverse and all of this. And they put tens of billions of dollars, I mean, literally per year, tens of billions of dollars into research for this. And what do we have to show for it? Absolutely nothing. And there's no updates from the company about it either. They're just like, well, the metaverse doesn't seem to be working out. We're not spending any more money on developing it. And it's like, wait, so what did you guys learn from the last 3 years and $50 billion in research? Was it just people didn't want to use it? Was it that it was too complicated and too, like, what was the issue? And they don't really cover that. They just kind of move on. And it's like, well, I mean, like, what worked? What didn't? Can you use any of the technology from it? Like, these are questions that we just don't know. So when we're thinking about like internet computer, I mean, you guys have to understand, like, they're probably testing a ton of different things for this ecosystem, right? What kind of financial transactions can go on here? What kind of businesses can go on here? And the security is the most important thing, right? Because the way that people interact with these ecosystems and the way that people are utilizing the ecosystems are only as good as how secure the network is, right? Because you want to make sure that your data and your information and your money is secured. And so this internet identity is great to have as part of that. And maybe in the future, we'll see even more security for these internet identities, maybe like a third step verification where you do have to sign a transaction within your wallet or at least connect your wallet or something like that, so that there's just kind of an added layer. It seems like they're trying to make it as easy as possible and not go down the route of like hardware wallet need, or you have to have a hot wallet online to do this or connect. Like, I think that they're trying to stay away from that, because for you to get wide usage of these ecosystems, you can't tell people, well, first you have to connect to Ethereum and then you have to plug in your hardware wallet. And somebody's like, what's a hardware wallet? And they're like, oh, you didn't even get a hardware wallet? Okay, go to ledger.com. And by the way, if you want a Ledger hardware wallet, I have a link down below. You click in it, bring it over to Ledger, and it lets them know that I sent you over there. It is an affiliate link. It does help the channel. But, think about somebody new who wants to test this, or businesses that want to test this technology. They don't have to do all that other extra shit. And so that the fact that they're kind of rolling this out similar to single sign-on and giving multiple ways to connect and upgrade and connect to the internet computer, I think it's pretty big. And so where is internet computer going? And where is the valuation of this network going to be in 5 years? I don't know, but I just see DFinity continuing to deploy. They have some of the most groundbreaking technology in tech, right? Not even just in blockchain and crypto. They're connected to blockchain and crypto. They have financial capabilities. They have storage and compute capabilities. This is a revolutionary technology that I think is going to continue to grow and continue to get bigger. And that's why we do these videos where we explore internet computers, some of the technologies that they're releasing, some of the things that they're testing, because we want to know what other ecosystems are doing anything like this. None. Some ecosystems have been promising things for years, and they haven't even accomplished 10% of what they've promised. Internet computer keeps surprising us with new releases, new updates, new capabilities, and new technologies. And for me, that's bullish. Even if we are at the end of a bull cycle, generally speaking, in crypto, I think that DFinity has positioned internet computer where it's not just a blockchain, it's not just a crypto, it's not just the world computer, it's not just an AI capable ecosystem, it's not just a compute ecosystem or a cloud storage ecosystem, it's all of the above and more. And you can't say the same for many cryptos out here. They have one single use case and they're not even good at that. With that, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give the video an absolutely free thumbs up. We upload every single day to bring you the latest happening in the financial world. So make sure you guys are subscribed. You can also become a channel member by clicking the join or subscribe plus button down below here on YouTube. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Invest responsibly, do your own research, and most importantly, crypto on.